You're on the highway, and right in front of you pulls a brand new truck. Gleaming chrome, leather interior, probably a built-in screen bigger than your TV at home. The sticker price? Somewhere north of $70,000. And here's what gets me every time. The guy driving it probably makes less money than you do. So what is actually going on? How are regular people, teachers, nurses, mechanics, signing up for car payments that exceed what most people pay in rent? That's exactly what I want to break down today, because the answer isn't just surprising. It should genuinely concern you. Let's start with the reality of what we're actually dealing with. The average new car payment in America has crossed $700 per month, and that's not for a luxury vehicle, that's the average. For a regular car, bought by a regular person, for trucks and SUVs, which are now the default choice for most American buyers, payments routinely hit $900 to $1,200 a month. Over 6, 7, sometimes 8 years, run that math. $1,200 a month for 8 years is over $115,000. And wages? They haven't come close to keeping up. The median household income has grown, but nowhere near enough to justify these numbers under any traditional definition of financial sense. So, how is it happening? If you're already wondering the same thing, a quick like of the video would be cool. The answer isn't that people are secretly wealthy. It's that the system has been quietly redesigned over decades to make unaffordable payments look completely normal. And once you see how it works, you can't unsee it. The first lever is loan terms. A generation ago, a car loan ran 4 or 5 years. Today, 6 and 7 year loans are standard. 8-year loans exist. Some lenders are now offering 10 years, which sounds less like financing and more like a prison sentence. The logic is simple and seductive. Spread a $65,000 truck over 8 years instead of 4, and the monthly number drops from around $1,500 to around $900. Suddenly it feels manageable. That's the number people focus on in the dealership. Not the total, not the interest, just the monthly. But here's what that monthly focus hides. A 4-year loan on the same truck costs roughly $72,000 in total. The 8-year version costs over $86,000. You're paying $14,000 extra just to make the monthly payments look smaller, and spending years making payments on a vehicle that's worth a fraction of what you owe. That's called negative equity, and it's where the second mechanism kicks in. After 4 or 5 years, many buyers are tired of the car but still underwater on the loan, so they trade it in. The dealer rolls the outstanding balance into the new loan. He's adding thousands of dollars of old debt onto fresh debt for an even more expensive vehicle. The balance never shrinks, the cycle never ends. And the dealer gets a customer for life. The third factor is psychological, and it might be the most powerful of all. The automotive industry doesn't sell cars anymore. It sells identity. That truck commercial showing someone hauling lumber through a rainstorm isn't advertising transportation. It's advertising a version of yourself, capable, independent, successful. When a purchase becomes about who you are, the math stops mattering. Okay? A $900 payment stops feeling like a financial decision and starts feeling like an investment in your own self-image. That's not an accident. It's the result of decades of extremely well-funded marketing research. Let's run a real scenario, because the full numbers are something most dealerships will never show you. A $55,000 truck, 7-year loan at 6% interest, monthly payment around $800. That alone totals $67,000 over the loan. But the truck doesn't stop costing money there. Insurance on a $55,000 vehicle, with the comprehensive coverage any lender requires, runs $250 a month or more. That's another $21,000 over 7 years. Fuel for a truck getting 15 miles per gallon, around $350 a month in normal conditions. Another $29,000. Maintenance and repairs over 7 years, at least $15,000, probably more. A single brake job on a modern truck runs $800 to $1,200. A transmission issue can hit $5,000. Total cost of ownership over 7 years, over $130,000. What's the truck worth at the end? Maybe $25,000. You spent $130,000 to own a $25,000 asset. That's not transportation, that's wealth destruction with heated seats, and the opportunity cost makes it worse. That same $800 a month invested in a simple index fund over 7 years at a conservative 8% annual return grows to over $72,000. Not only did the truck not build wealth, it actively destroyed it twice over. But here's the part that really explains why this cycle is so hard to break and why so many people defend it even when they know the numbers don't add up. Once someone commits to an extreme car payment, something shifts. The truck stops being a financial decision and becomes a reflection of their identity, their hard work, their right to enjoy what they've earned. Suggesting they could save $500 a month by driving something reliable and used doesn't land as practical advice. It lands as an attack on their self-worth. I've seen people restructure their entire financial lives around a car payment. Moving to smaller apartments, skipping vacations, eating at home every night, all to keep driving something impressive to people who, frankly, aren't paying attention. Some take on second jobs, delivering food on weekends in the same truck they're trying to afford. Others dip into retirement accounts for down payments, borrowing from their future selves to fund a vehicle that depreciates the moment it leaves the lot. The automotive industry understands this psychology better than most people understand themselves. Walk into any dealership and notice what they don't talk about: total cost of ownership, opportunity cost, long-term equity. Instead, monthly payment, lifestyle, status. Every rational objection has a scripted response. Payment too high? Extend the term. Worried about reliability? Here's a warranty you can finance. Nervous about depreciation? You'll probably want to upgrade in a few years anyway, Molly. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. And if you want to keep seeing this kind of breakdown, there's a subscribe button. So the mystery of how people afford these payments isn't really a mystery. It's extended loan terms that lower the monthly number while inflating the total. It's negative equity that gets quietly rolled into the next purchase. Like, it's marketing that turns a depreciating asset into a personality statement. And it's a financial system that profits at every single step of the cycle. People aren't affording these payments. They're just delaying the moment when the math catches up with them. The next time you pull up behind that gleaming $70,000 truck on the highway, you don't need to be impressed. You just need to remember that the person driving it is probably having cereal for dinner, and that used car in your driveway, it might be the smartest financial decision you've ever made.